Is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? If you're wondering what's going on with the real estate, with the housing market, you have to watch this video. I'm gonna go over with you the statistics here in the DMV of what's going on currently today with the real estate market, so you know exactly what to do, when to do it, when to buy, when to move, when to sell. So stay tuned. Let's start with the number of homes sold. And I'm going to give you the statistics in the DMV, the DC, Maryland, Virginia market. I'm going to give you the statistics of the number of homes sold in 2020 compared to 2019. So I'm going to go over with you first the number of homes sold in 2020 compared to 2019. 2020, 84,000 plus homes were sold compared to 2019, where 80,000 plus homes were sold. That's an increase of 5.1% of homes sold in 1 year in the DMV market. All right, now some of you are thinking, John, what would be the reason? What could be the cause of the number of homes being sold increasing year over year? And I think there are a couple of things that caused that. Number one, rates were really low. I mean, rates are still really low right now as we speak. All right, so a typical buyer who can afford a $300,000 homes previously now can afford a $350,000, $385,000 home because rates are lower than before. And of course, now a buyer thinking that, oh, I can afford a bigger home or the same home before is now, and now the monthly payment is lower than before, they're more likely to buy a home. Number two, the second reason I think the number of homes sold increased 5.1% year over year between 2019 to 2020 is that a lot of the people who are living at home and working from home realize that now they need a bigger home. So it's a combination of the realization of a need plus the affordability of a home because the rates are so low that I truly believe influence the number of homes that actually got purchased and sold in 2020, having it being 5.1% higher than over 2019. So now let's talk about pricing. Let's talk about the average sales price and the median sales price 2020 compared to 2019. In 2020, the average sales price is $566,000. If you compare that to the average sales price of 2019 of $523,000, that's an increase of over 8% in average sales price. If you look at the median sales price, we saw the same exact trend. $471,000 in 2020, compared that to $435,000 in 2019, also an increase of over 8% in average and in median price year over year. And you are thinking, what could be the cause? What would be the reason for the price increase year over year? That's an 8% increase, which is an amazing number, right? So I truly believe that the sales price increase was due to the law of supply and demand. All right, the law of supply and demand says that if there's low supply and high demand, the price goes up. And you saw that in 2020, where there's a high demand part, again, because of there's a need of people now feeling the need of buying a bigger home, and combine that with the reality of rates being extremely low, meaning that now the same home that they could have purchased previously is now cheaper per month. Now the affordability is better, okay? So because there's higher demand and the supply, and we saw that last year coming into 2020, the active inventory levels was 22% lower than the active inventory level coming into 2019. So there's lower supply, there was higher demand, and when you combine the two, the prices went up over 8% year over year on the average and the median price. And there's one more factor that's at play here in the real estate market, in the housing market, that's going to determine whether price will continue to go up and whether inventory levels stays low or not. And that's foreclosures. Throughout 2020, if you've been monitoring the real estate market with me throughout 2020, you noticed that there were almost no foreclosures. There's very few in between bank-owned properties. And that's because of the mandate where homeowners, pretty much homeowners, got to stay in their home if they're not able to make payments, and banks were not allowed to foreclose on people. All right. So because of that, there was low inventory levels all through 2020, because instead of having an influx of foreclosures coming into the market to normalize the pricing and the inventory levels, there were almost no foreclosures last year. At the same time, the foreclosures being there helps balance down the pricing increase, because foreclosure properties are usually priced lower. The average price would be lower if there were foreclosure homes on the market. And in 2020, we saw almost no foreclosures on the market. And because there were no foreclosures on the market, there were no homes priced below market value as most foreclosure homes would be. So the average of the prices keep on going up and an increase, and there were no balancing off because there were no influx of new inventory on the foreclosure level. So in 2021, my prediction is that there will be more foreclosures coming into the market, which will slow down the price increase this year. Okay, now if you're thinking of selling your home and making a move this year in 2021, my suggestion is talk to a real estate agent who you trust to give you an advice and see if you should sell now. Because I truly believe if that once the foreclosure starts to come back into the market and prices will slowly balance off, level off, it might be better for you to go on the market sooner than later and take advantage of the fact that there's still low inventory levels, rates are still really low, buyers are still bidding, and you have multiple offers. Take advantage of that. And if you need an agent to give you an advice specifically for your home and you're in the DMV area, call us. Our number is 301-651-4900. We would love to talk to you, and we'll take a look and we'll strategize together about timing. When would be a good time for you to really take advantage of the current market conditions? I hope this has been helpful, guys. If there's anything else that you need, comment below. Any questions, any concerns, comment below, and I will do my best to answer all of your questions. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Peace.